Money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. Money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it.
Hey, 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 what's going on, beautiful people? Happy Saturday to you all once again. I'm back as I said I would be. And so, if you're watching me live, let me know where in the world you are watching me from tonight. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are watching me from tonight. Let me know who is here with me. And I'm going to go ahead and get started really quickly as to what it is I'm going to share with you all tonight. Now, I'm going to put this quick disclaimer out there. A lot of you are not going to like what I have to say. It is what it is. A lot of you are going to be looking at me sideways. A lot of you may choose to get offended. My prayer is that you do not choose to get offended, but rather you choose to hear what it is that I'm saying so that way you can see results in your life. And sometimes we just don't know. And when we don't know, that's why we end up being in, the issues that we end up being in. So tonight, don't get offended as to what I'm going to share with you, but just be like, man, she's right. Or, you know what? I didn't think about that before. Right. So let me go ahead and start with my intro as I always do. And we're going to get straight to what it is I want to share with you. And if you last long enough, I'm going to show you how to get rich. If you don't want to get rich, then you don't need to watch this video. It's really that simple. But my name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled, single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that were on the bestseller list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a Forex trader and investor, and I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer in my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome, everybody. Tonight, I want to talk to you briefly about what it is that we're teaching our children for those of you that are parents. And if you're not a parent, this still is relative to you because I'm sure there are some things I'm going to share with you that you can literally gain from. But I'm also going to share with you how to get rich in 2020. You know, a lot of people have all these things that they want to do next year, and they've talked about how they're going to be this new person. I'm going to have this new bank account. They're going to do all these things new. And I pray that they actually do. Now, the thing with that is, if you don't actually make mental shifts and changes, nothing differently is going to happen for you in 2020. That's just what it is. But before I even get to how to get rich in 2020, I must first debunk some things that have taken place over the past couple of days and few weeks as the Christmas time was coming and people were getting in debt. And as I scrolled through my Facebook feed on Christmas Day and the day after Christmas, I kind of felt a bit bothered. And what I'm going to share as a parent myself, I need you to get the shift that I had to make, right? So I'm going through my Facebook news feed and I see all these parents that are proud of their children, all these parents that are, telling their kids, come take a picture with your toys or with your new stuff or whatever. And I'm seeing how parents were literally giving their kids new iPhone 11s, buying their kids Jordans, and giving them all this money and putting on a whole bunch of stuff that's worth a lot of money. So you're giving your children these liabilities and you're getting excited about it. They're excited about it. And the parents would often say things like, you deserved it. Now, with that thinking, remember, children are always watching and paying attention to what we're doing. So if we are teaching children that when you deserve something, that means you go and buy something expensive, what lesson are we really teaching our kids? So we're teaching them now, once again, how to become consumers. We're teaching our children how to become consumers rather than how to actually position themselves so that way they have wealth creation in the back of their mind. Because this is the thing, just like you or someone you know may have been giving your children iPhone 11s and new shoes and giving them money and whatever the case may be, there was also a parent somewhere that bought their children some stocks. There was also a parent somewhere who made sure they created an interest-bearing account for their children. There's also a parent somewhere that said, you know what, my daughter loves Disney, so I'm going to buy her some Disney stock. There was a parent somewhere that said, I'm going to actually go ahead and get them a business rather than giving them a new iPhone 11. Like, we have got to be mindful as to what we're doing. I saw one person post how their children, had an iPhone, everything, iPhone 11, iPad this, and Apple this, and all these Apple things. And I'm looking at you like, you should have bought them some Apple stock if that's what you wanted to do, because you just showed them how to put on a whole bunch of money but never actually have any. And this is why African Americans are one of the highest people, well, have one of the highest buying powers, yet our net worth is only $200 freaking dollars. Only 10% of African American people actually make six figures. So you all are out here slaving to get the new iPhone 11 for your kids, slaving to buy them iPads, slaving to go buy them some new Jordans. Meanwhile, the average, only 10% of Black people in America make six figures. So you don't even make six figures, but you spent all this money on the phone. And somebody's probably saying, well, Sharita, the phone was on layaway, or I'm paying in installments. In the same fashion that you could pay a $1,000 phone in installments is the same fashion that you could be creating an account, even a Forex account, for your children to grow their money and putting money on the side on a monthly basis. And so if we're teaching our children to just be happy with name brand items and they deserve it because they've done well in school or because they're obedient, they're going to grow up like adults, like probably most of you, who think that, oh, well, I deserve a new, Michael Kors handbag because I've been through some stuff this week. You're teaching them to have the same behavior. And if we're teaching our children to have the same behavior, when does the cycle actually get broken? Because if all we want to do is look rich but be broke in all actuality, we're still doing our children a disservice. You're not doing something for your children by giving them the newest name brand electronic or the newest bag or the newest shoes. You're not doing anything for them. In fact, you're bringing them behind. How are you setting up your children so that they're able to actually benefit from what you're doing? How are you teaching them how to live in the real world when, God forbid, one day you're no longer here? What actual patterns are you teaching them to help them with finances? Because if we're not having these conversations, we have a problem. I mean, you go to almost any hood in America, any project building in America, and you'll find that most of these people have big old flat screen TVs in their house. And it's like, you could spend hundreds of dollars on a TV, then hundreds of dollars a month on cable, but what investments do you have? Yet there's no net worth, and then there's no additional streams being created to sustain your lifestyle. And then we wonder why we have the results that we have. And while this is not a popular conversation, people initially got on this live stream because they like to hear the fact of how to get rich in 2020. But meanwhile, their behavior and their mindset is so off that they rather switch and watch something else because they know what they're doing is off. Like, how do you feel comfortable with yourself knowing that you're in debt, knowing that you spent all this money on some gifts, and someone is trying to teach you how to change your thinking, change your financial situation, and you shun it? This is why our ethnicity is so below in anything financially, because we rather be entertained. We rather have somebody give us money. We rather go and make it rain somewhere else and floss and act like you have it when you really don't. And then when somebody comes give you some free game, you rather just scroll over and watch something else. That bothers me. Because when I have conversations when people that don't look like me and we're securing the bag, it bothers me that there are people that don't look like me that are not participating in the same conversations and in the same opportunities that I have, simply because they're not willing to change their thinking. And so you could go ahead and be hood rich all day if you want to. Go buy these fancy cars that you cannot afford and go live in your mother's basement. And meanwhile, you're going backwards. And so now the damage has been done. You've purchased the iPhone 11s for the kids. You've gotten them the new gadgets. Okay, fine. So where do we go from here? What is the game plan to ensure that you do better for them? Because let me tell you this, better for them does not mean, well, when I grew up, we didn't have any name brand, so now I want my kids to have name brand. No, that's not what that means. Better for your children means setting them up for their future, so that way they don't have to suffer like you have. Going before them, creating opportunities for them to either continue on with a business that you've created, or allow them to have enough money if they want to have their own business if they choose to, if they don't want to go to college or not. It's called setting up your children to actually win, not allowing them to go through the same process you went through that didn't work for you. Loving your children does not mean, let me floss you up with some nice name brand stuff. That's not what love is. Love is being able to see what they can't see, prepare them for what they don't know they need to be prepared for, and ensure that financially they're good. That when you leave this earth, they're not stuck trying to figure out what to do or how to bury you. But rather, mom or dad had their ducks in a row lined up to ensure that they will be good when they're gone. We have to have these conversations, and we have to have things in place to ensure that poverty is broken from our bloodline. And it has to come with somebody being conscious enough to say that I'm going to stand proxy for all the ancestors before me that did not teach me any better. I'm willing to say no to my child right now, and they may not understand. They may get upset, but one day when they get older, they're going to understand what I did for them, and they're going to love me for it. But not only will they love me for it, but my grandchildren will love me for it too. Because I'm going to set them up so that when my children can be part of my inheritance. That's what a wise man does, a wise woman does. A good man, a good woman sets up an inheritance for his children's children. Not buys them all these toys and these iPads and all this stuff, and then they have nothing to show for it. You balled out for Christmas, now you're back to being broke again. And then what do? We wait for January, calling the IRS all day trying to figure out where your return is coming from. No. Why? Just to go get that same money that you lost to go spend again. Now everybody wants to go on vacation. So now you're going on vacation. You're going and trying to recoup what you spent for Christmas, but you're not giving your money an assignment. You're not telling your money what to do. You're not taking the seed, allowing it to grow to actually become wealthy, starting the process to create wealth. Because listen, yes, there'll come a time when you want to ball out. You want to buy the name brand things, and you should. But when you have certain things in order, not just because you want it now, not just because the kids want it now, but when you have all your things in line and in order, yes, you create an account just for you to splurge, an account created just for your miscellaneous things. But when you only have one stream of income, which most people do, and you have all these residual bills, and you don't have residual income coming in, nor do you have multiple streams of income coming in, you're sitting here trying to spread things from one income source that ends the moment you clock out. The moment you clock out, your money stops. But you're trying to spread and do all this stuff with the money that you have. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. If the average millionaire knows to have 7 streams of income, how much more do you think an average person needs to have? Because the truth is this: multiple streams of income no longer is just a gesture or something that is advised for wealthy people. Multiple streams of income is what is a necessity in the day and age that we live in. Now, for some people, not as strong as others. If you live down south, it may not be that bad for you, but you still need multiple streams. If you're somebody like me that lives in New York City, listen, you need a whole good deal of money just to be out here. And the thing is this: You don't know what life can throw at you to where one stream could be taken away from you or two streams could be taken away from you. I'm going to give you a personal example. Something happened not too long ago. And it was one of my streams of income. Came out like out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, when did this happen? But because I had created an additional stream of income, it came just in time to really override rather, what took place with the other situation. But if I didn't have multiple streams working for me, it would have been a really bad situation, right? So I say that to you to really realize that you cannot rely on just one source of anything. And if you're someone that has more than one, okay, well, how many do you have and how are they flowing? What is the liquidity of your multiple streams? But we have to have the right mindset, because if you don't, I can show you right now how to get rich. Real easy. Real easy. Like, I've helped people make tens of thousands of dollars. So I'm not just talking. I can show you how to do that. But if your mindset isn't right, I promise you'll lose it just like that. As quick as you've made it is as quick as you'll lose it. Because it's a mindset. Everything starts in the mind. And until you unlearn, relearn, and learn what you really should be having in your thought process, you'll be right back to where you were. So in 2020, yeah, a lot of us are getting rich. I'm going to help a lot of people get rich in 2020. But if their mindset isn't right, it's not going to really work. It's not going to last. If your mindset is not right, where are we going? Like, where are we going? We're not going anywhere far. And so before I can show you how to make the money, I got to make sure your mind is right. Because if your mind is not right, we're wasting time. You're going to have those uncomfortable conversations so that way you can say, ouch. You may not be able to say amen, but you can say ouch and say, you know what, she's right. Let me ensure that I switch some things up so that I can be in alignment with where I really say I want to go. If the goal is to create wealth, if the goal is to get rich in 2020, let's do that. But let's make sure we have asset protection. Let's make sure that when we get this money, it's actually being secured. When we get this money, we're growing it even the more. When we get this money, it's going to create multiple streams and leave an inheritance for our children's children. We're not just going to get it and then not know what to do with it and waste it and buy a whole bunch of stuff. This is how many celebrities get freaking broke overnight. So if you want to do something for your kids, if you want to teach them how to secure themselves financially, don't just go buy them some new name brand stuff. Show them what investments you're making. Show them why you may have to say no right now, but eventually you can get a yes. Show them the power of multiplying their money. Show them that instead of just buying Apple products, that they can save enough money to actually buy some sort of Apple stock. Small changes. If you find your children that are interested in certain things or companies, buy them stock in that company. Or you have an allowance that you give your children every week. Okay, get in the foreign exchange market, open up an account for them, and let them grow that money. So instead of just saving money, they're growing money. There's a grand difference. There's a grand difference between saving money and growing money. You know, this year for Christmas, I was going to give my little cousins with a foreign exchange account and my Forex course. That's my gift. Teaching my little cousins how to trade, how to grow their money, so that if they want to, they can become rich. If they want to, they can make 6 figures next year. Because they learned a skill that nobody can take from them. That instead of me buying them some stuff, I'm allowing them to be in my membership group for a whole year for free. So that way they can learn how to grow their money and be able to become investors at a young age. That's the gift that I gave my little cousins. Not no name brand, nothing. I'm going to show them how to get the bag, secure it, and grow it. And you could be doing the same thing. So how do we get rich in 2020? I'm going to do another video with this about some of the things I'm going to share as far as investing is concerned. But in particular, right now, I want to focus on 2 ways to get rich next year. And of course, rich is relative to whomever. For somebody, $100,000 is rich in a year. For somebody else, $100,000 a month is rich. So it really depends on who you are and what you actually want. But 2 ways that I'm teaching people personally by partnering with me how to get rich in 2020. You have to grow your money. You have to grow your money. And by growing your money, I mean multiplying it. And the greatest way to do that, in my opinion, is by being able to trade in the foreign exchange market. The foreign exchange market is literally the #1 financial market in the entire world. $5.3 trillion every single day flow through this market. And so if you learn this skill set of being able to take your phone and be able to trade with it, you can grow your money and literally become rich in 1 year. Now, you can also do that without even knowing how to trade, because I have a copy and paste membership group where people just copy me and I tell them what to do and they make money. In fact, last year I did a challenge. I don't know if I'm going to do it again next year. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But I help people turn $100 into 100,000. I have helped people make tens of thousands of dollars just by partnering up with me, by literally doing what I said on their phone in the foreign exchange market. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but that's one way to do it. And I allowed you all for the holiday season to have massive discounts and being able to get my Forex course, be able to get my membership, and also to have a coaching session with me for practically little to nothing. And there were a few people that took advantage of that sale, but far more of you should have. And you have 3 days left to do it. 3 days left to position yourself right now to make sure that in 2020 you get rich. You get rich literally trading your money in the foreign exchange market. I have been doing this now for a few years, and my strategy literally is 90-95% we're in profit. So if you're somebody that says, you know what, I really want to be able to grow my money, I really want to be able to make some changes in 2020, then you need to join my membership group. Like, I'm going to show you guys right here, this picture. And this was just from trades from last week. And I didn't trade every day. I only did a few trades in this account. So I have multiple accounts, obviously. I don't show y'all everything. Don't get it twisted. But I'm going to show you one account. And if you can see, y'all let me know if you can see this or not. But y'all see that? It says almost $6,000. And that was in 1 week. And that was only a few trades. I didn't trade much on that account on that particular week. So you can make that in a week, make it in a day. I've done that too. So it really all depends on what you're willing to do. It's very simple. I have created so many different things for you guys to simplistically be able to create wealth. And it's like, are you going to move and be consistent and do it or not? Because honestly, y'all, I'm being real with you. I'm talking to you as your sister right now. If you stay in lack, if you stay broke, that's because you wanted to. That's legit because you wanted to, not because you didn't have the opportunity, not because you didn't know how, but simply because you wanted to. I can't tell you how many people act like they don't have any money, but they spent mad money just a few days ago buying some dang on phone. If you're not making money on your phone, yo, for real, if you're not making money on your phone, why do you have this phone? Why do you have a phone that's costing you $1,000, but you can't make $1,000 a week on your phone? You can't make $1,000 a day on your phone? Why? It makes no sense. I literally handle all of my businesses. All of my businesses. You hear me? All of them. I have several businesses, all of them on my phone. And this right here, this money is made on my phone. So I say all that to say, you can be a part of this group if you want to or not. But in 2020, I'm helping a lot of people get rich. No doubt about it. I'm helping a lot of people get rich in 2020. And you could be one of them. And what is the point of getting rich and wealthy? to leave an inheritance for your children's children, to live your purpose, to do what you want to be, to do what God put you on this earth to do. Most people can't live out their purpose because they don't have the funds to fund their purpose. So they get stuck working a job to pay bills. So people end up just living to pay bills and then hope to have a vacation once a year and go right back to the same thing. No, God has put you on this earth for far more than that. He did not put you on this earth to just simply pay bills. Hello, somebody. And so if you want to be one of those people, then you need to take heed. So my membership class, not class rather, my membership course, no, my membership group, where you can copy and paste in the foreign exchange market, is $137 a month for just the foreign exchange signals. And for those people that want to upgrade to do Forex and do cryptocurrency and all that other stuff, it's $152 a month, which is well more than worth it. But during the sale that I have, you can join the group for only $50 for your first month in January. And so if you want to be one of those people, literally $50 can change your life. Your first month alone, your first month trading with me literally can change your life. And if you want to be someone that does more than just copy and paste me, you can take the actual course. My course is usually $267, but you can take my course on sale now for only $67. And that's an option for you too. You can do another option, which is taking my course and having 1 month of my signals group for only $80. So that way you have the skill set to learn how to actually trade on your own, and you're still able to partner with me in my membership group for 1 month for $80. Or the best deal out of them all is to literally get the course, to teach yourself how to do this by yourself, join my membership group, right, for 1 month, and then have a 1 hour coaching session with me. If you do that package, you get a 1 hour coaching session with me to be able to learn a little bit further, or maybe ask questions from the actual course. And then you do that and get the membership group and the course for only $150. So that is really the best value. And that's over $600 off of all of my services. So if you want to get rich in 2020, you're for real about it, get in my inbox. Let me show you how to do that. It's very simple. I don't have time to be trying to persuade people and tell them why they need to do it. People have been watching me for years. Y'all have been watching me for years. You've been seeing me do this for years. And many of you have still been sitting down doing nothing in the same situation that you've been in. Do something different in 2020. Like seriously, do something different in 2020. And I'm also helping people get rich by participating in cooperative economics through the not through the foreign exchange market, but through health and wellness, being able to create residual passive income by leveraging networks and systems. So again, there's no reason for you not to make money in 2020 other than the fact that you're getting in your own way. So if you want to get out of your own way and you want to learn how to do this, you need to get in my inbox. Like I said, you have the opportunity to do any of my Forex services on a great sale that ends in 3 days. December 31st is when everything shuts down. So if not, you go right back to regular price, and you can join me then, of course. But you might as well go ahead and take advantage of this sale while it's still available. And then let me help you grow your money in the foreign exchange market. And let me help you create some residual income with some products and systems that literally are life-changing. Listen, I'm all about securing the bag. I'm all about being able to create wealth for my children's children and being able to afford them an opportunity that I did not have, right? And so you can do that as well. I hope that this has been of encouragement to most of you and be able to really see some results. And for those of you that are in different countries, you can participate in the foreign exchange market. You can join my group if you are in a different country. I've had many people from many different countries be a part of my group. So you can be a part of the group even if you live outside of America. Okay, so that's the good news. So if no one has any questions, I'm going to end it here. And I don't think I have any questions, do I? I think we're good. So with that being said, I thank you all for joining me tonight. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life. Be blessed, everybody.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it. I'm a millionaire.
Get your money. Get your money.
I'm a millionaire.
Get your money, money. Get your money.
I'm a millionaire. Going to the top.